but I don't think I want to go for that look today. We're gonna go for that look today. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're here for the first time, then hey, what's up? Welcome. My name is Zay. As you guys can tell from the title, in today's video I will be giving y'all an updated go-to makeup routine. The girls been asking, and you know how people be like, everyone's been asking. No, but seriously, like the girls have really been asking. Like, I'll post a picture with no filter and people like, oh my gosh, did you change your makeup routine? I'll see people in person, they be like, oh my gosh, did you change your makeup routine? And I'll be like, yeah girl, I've been wanting to record it, but I ain't been recording nothing. So I made sure that this long awaited video has now been recorded. So yes, if you guys want to see how I achieve this flawless look, then keep watching. Before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for, but I'm gonna just give you some time to subscribe because, you know, I have faith that you will. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, so we're just gonna get right into it. As you guys can see, my face is completely bare. I did moisturize and do my skincare, but I didn't even do my brows. I ain't do nothing. I want to show y'all everything from start to finish. If you are new here, my brows are micro shaded, but we're gonna get into that as well. So the first thing that I do is prime my face. Currently I am using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I love this. I love this stuff. So we're gonna put that on. See, it's almost done. With this VIB cell, this is what I need to buy. More primer, because why are you not, child? All right, so now that that's on, we're just gonna rub it off. And I feel like I want to zoom y'all in just a little closer. I like this better. All right, so now that we're all primed, we're going to get into the brows. So like I mentioned, my brows are micro shaded, but it's been over a year, and not to say that they're fading entirely, they're not, but I do like to still go in with a brow pencil and just give it a little bit just a little bit more shaping and darken it just a tad, like just a tad, because at the end of the day, micro shading is a tattoo, and this is a tattoo on my face, and you know we lose skin cells on our face more than anywhere else. While our face and our hands, we lose a lot of skin cells. So with those skin cells saying hasta la bye bye, I feel like, you know, a little bit pigmentation be saying hasta la bye bye too. So that's it. I just darken it just a little bit. And now we're going to conceal. So currently I am concealing with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 45 Tan. Just using this flat brush from a brush set that I got from Amazon years ago. So there's that. So yes, we're just going to conceal the brows. Okay, so now that the brows are finished, I'm just going to, you know, like drag that concealer down to my lid a little bit. I do have a Real Techniques brush that I use to typically blend that out, but I cannot find it. So I have to buy a new one because that brush is perfect for me blending out my brows. But I didn't want to say, oh, I can't find my brush, so let me not film this video. It is the, I will put the brush right here, but that's what I use to like buff it out. It's small, it's just a perfect buffer. So right now I'm improvising, but we still gonna look good regardless. And the brows are looking good. So I always say once we have a good brow day, it's gonna be a great day, okay? A great day. Moving on. So the next step I go in with is my Laura Mercier Translucent Honey Powder. I take this and a thick flat brush. People will call this a concealer brush. And I use this to put powder in all of my oily areas. Like without this, places that will get oily, this T-zone area right here. And then I put it in my smile lines because I'm a happy ass girl. So my smile lines be creasing. So I do it first. I smile. I do it first. And then you'll still see the crease. And then I just go in and fill in that crease. yes, I know we look a little crazy, but we're gonna look good in the end, so all that don't matter. Also, right here in the center of my forehead, while the weather is changing now, like we're in fall, so I won't really be as oily in these areas, but still, I'ma still do this step. So now the next thing that we're gonna go in with is foundation, and I am using my girl. I be trying other things, but I always come back to Fenty. I'm using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 430. So I'm just going to put this on my face. I like to do 2 lines because I personally feel like a little bit of this goes a long way personally for me. And then to blend it out, I'm using my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I actually do need to wash her, but sometimes the dirty brushes be getting the work done. But anyways, yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend her in. So we gonna blend, blend, blend. And one thing about this Fenty, she will have you looking like a Oompa Loompa, but she oxidizes so beautifully. So if you ain't never used it before, don't trip. This is what it does, but it oxidizes, and it oxidizes so nice. When I don't have my lash extensions in, I like to blend the foundation on my eyelids as well. Honestly, like, I love lash extensions, but doing your makeup without them, I don't know, it's something about your makeup that's a little bit more flawless, just a little bit. I'm also just going to add foundation along the way if necessary, like a little dash here on my forehead. And so now that that's blended out, don't forget the bottom of your neck. So to highlight my face, I go in with my e.l.f. Camo Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade Deep Cinnamon. It ain't much of this girl left, but we gonna use what we got, okay? We're gonna use what we got because we ain't done. This ain't the only step. So prior to blending out my concealers, I always wet my brush, and yes, I use a brush instead of a beauty blender. I don't know, it's just something about a brush that just works more seamlessly for me. And this is a brush, it's a brightening brush. I got it in one of my BoxyCharms last year, like a very long time ago, probably even before last year, but I got it in one of my BoxyCharms. So I spray the brush, make sure it's nice and damp, and then I just go in and blend out this concealer. I blend it out, and I like to get it over my lid as well. I know it looks sloppy, but baby, this is just the base, okay? This is just the base. Then I top it off with another e.l.f. Concealer, and this one I use it to define it just a little more, mainly because this one has been running out, so this is what I use to like save the day. So this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Walnut. So I go in with this shade, and I literally put it like in the same place, right, to give that a nice little brighten, but I don't do too much because we already have some concealer there. I do it on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, up there, and down there. And I'm going to use the same brush to blend it out. And also there's a technique that I use to blending out my concealer now. I kind of start from like the outer and work my way upward. And I always like to bring it out. Boom. And this is what we looking like. Real pale. Now we're gonna set the face again with our Laura Mercier setting powder in Translucent Honey. Go back in with the same brush that I used to apply the powder to my face before I applied my foundation. So when I apply this, although I probably did not apply concealer to my nose in this area, I'm also going to carve out my nose as if I'm contouring. I don't really know how to explain it, but y'all could just see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to set my concealer. Not really like a Baker tonic type of girl. I kind of like just put it down and like brush it out as I'm putting it down, but I like to pat. I like to pat it in my skins. We're just gonna set everything. Then I'm going to go in with this flat brush and brush it all off. I'm just gonna brush it all off. Sorry, there's like hair in my face. We're looking good. We're looking good. I'm actually gonna take this off so that again we could properly blend. But I'm definitely going to do my hair off camera, so please, if you're minding this business up here, don't. Now we're gonna get into my favorite part. We're going to contour. So I'm probably never leaving this thing alone. Like, unless this get discontinued, which God forbid it gets discontinued, I'm probably never leaving this alone. So yeah, I use this brush from Merit that I got in the last PR that they sent me, and this brush right here, so I just dab in here into the contour, and then I kind of like dab it up here to like get rid of the excess, because this is mad pigmented. So I just, you know, contour my cheeks. I like to brush in an upward motion like that, and I just do it until I feel like there's enough color back in my face. And I get into my forehead around where we highlighted, just to bring that, again, color back into our face. And then we're gonna get to the other side, again, in an upward sweep motion. That's how I like to apply my contour. It works for me. You could do what works for you, but I'm showing what works for me. That kind of hurt a little bit. I should take it easy. Oh, we looking so good already. I also like to get down by my chin. Basically, anywhere where I highlight, I like to contour around it, so it's not just like in your face, you know? So now I'm going to take this brush. I just really be using whatever fluffy brush I see. So I go back into this palette and I dust it off, yes, because it'd be excessive. And I just carve out my nose. I start from under my brow. Like, I start from like the shape of my brow, and I just bring it down. And again, it's just powder, but this powder be effective enough, because sometimes I feel like the cream just be too strong. Sometimes I just want my contour to be super subtle, like that. Also, some days I may put some of this contour on my eyelid, but I don't think I want to go for that look today. We're gonna go for that look today, because that's typically what I do all the time anyway. So let's just go for it. So I just like to put it on my lid like that. And this is the same brush that I used to contour, and it's nothing perfect because it's not like an eyeshadow look. It's just, y'all see the difference? It makes my eyes look more like, who's that girl? And again, I don't do nothing perfect. Like, it really don't be perfect. It really does not be perfect. It's just something to give some base to my eye, to make it look like I put in some effort when I really didn't. Next thing we're gonna do is blush these cheeks, because again, one thing I'm gonna do is smile. And so I use the blush from the, well, it's not even a blush, it's an eyeshadow. That's my hack, it's an eyeshadow. So I go in with the Juvia's Vanessa palette, and I go in with the shade Stush, this orange shade right here. And that's what I use as my blush, and I love it. So I go in very lightly with this orange shade. I smile, and I just, that was kind of excessive. So now I have to super blend it out. But yeah, look at the difference between this. You probably don't see it, but I do. I do. So now I'm going to prep my lashes. I'm going in with my Merit mascara, because it's kind of really like the only mascara I got, but I still like this mascara nonetheless. This is what I use like when I also don't want to wear lashes, but I also like to use this to base my lashes and for my bottom lashes as well. We'll get into that. So I just based my lashes with this Merit. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds, let it dry, and then I'm just going to apply some lashes. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I kind of suck at applying lashes now. Like, I've been so used to my individuals that when it comes to applying strips, baby, I be struggling to the point where I have to always carry lash glue with me. Ain't that something? But yeah, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm going to apply my lashes and then we'll be back to finish the look. Okay, so now that the lashes is on, we looking good. So before we get into our lip combo, I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of this Merit mascara on my bottom lashes. So now I'm going to line my lip with this Ruby Kisses Auto Lip Liner. This is in the color Cocoa. And when I line my lips, I kind of slightly overline them for two reasons. I overline my lips, one, because it looks good, and two, when I'm out and let's say I forgot my lip liner, or I don't feel like pulling out my lip liner in a moment, or reapplying my full you know, lip routine, the overlining, if you eat or whatever, like the what's on your lip will go away, but the overlining will stay there. So now I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. lip plumping gloss. If y'all know I love this. This one is in the shade Peach Bellini, which is my ultimate favorite. So I just go in and swipe that. And yes, it's gonna look white, but it's gonna settle in. You could also go in with a clear gloss on top. My clear gloss is too far, so we're gonna let this sit. Last up, set your face. And then one thing I always do after I set my face is apply my highlight. I do use the highlight in here. Before I was like a trophy wife type of highlight type girl, but I love the subtle highlights. Like, I love the subtleness of highlights. I don't want to do too much. You don't need to see me walking down the block anymore, because you're gonna see me regardless, because I look good. So look at us, we look good. Y'all see how we went from like that to this? This is my new go-to makeup routine and I love it. And here we are. This is the final look. Yes, I went ahead and tamed my hair. We looking good. We're looking gorgeous. This is my updated go-to makeup routine. It's flawless. It's not too heavy. And I just look real good. So yes, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down something below, and if you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much. It feels so good to say that. I'm blushing. And I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.